everyone. Oh my goodness. We are back and we are going to play some tabletop RPGs. We're going to play some masks and we have ELH here. ELH, go ahead. Take it away.
Hey, hello everybody. Hopefully I'm coming through nice, loud, and clear for everybody. I was doing some microphone work in the interim time between this session and last, and knock on wood, technology is going to cooperate tonight. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I know it's been a hot minute since we've played, but I'm eager to get back to it, eager to give Yuma a chance to super it up, as it were.
Yes, I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this, honestly. Like for for the past couple weeks, I've been unfortunately life was getting in the way, but we do have all of the things still here, and you sound great to me. I'm not sure, y'all, if you can hear. If there's any audio issues, please let us know, and we will go ahead and fix that. But from what I can tell, it sounds like you're coming through.
Love it, love it. And Yuma, I'm just gonna point this out because I just noticed you have a chroma key on my Fuji tag.
I
Just gonna
do.
point that
Okay,
out.
I'm gonna
Not a
fix
big
that.
deal, but I'll point that out so you have something to work on as I catch everybody up to speed. Um, so where we started last time was Yuma is a member of a cleanup crew that basically goes around Halcyon City cleaning up the aftermath of super powered fights. And Yuma is unique in that she has the ability to stick, separate, build, and generally make a sticky situation, as she's put in the title of the stream. And, we started off with her working on the job when she received a message from Steel Corp. Now, Steel Corp is kind of this
Yes, that's right.
strange entity that owns a penthouse that Yuma's construction group once worked on, but there's not really a whole lot of information about Steel Corp. All you know is that they're recruiting supers, and to what ends, you don't know. But they specifically sent you a very high tech tablet to say, hey, we'd like to see you at our penthouse in a few days' time, kind of a thing.
Remind me, did it explode or something like that?
It disintegrated
It
away.
disintegrated. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Um, the way I was flavoring in my head is that it was literally like a nano machine held together, and then the nano machines just evaporated and went elsewhere.
Oh, wow. I can imagine that too. Like kind of like sand blowing in the wind.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. But after that, you took Elizabeth, or just Liz,
Mm-hmm.
your partner, who's also a super, the Crimson Tiger, and you were headed down to go to the local mall to get
Right.
a
Super
special
suit.
super suit.
Yes.
However, before you could get to the mall, you had to save a very certain Sachi Obasan from being run over by hooligans racing in the street.
Those those dastardly hooligans.
Hmm. And from what I've written down and from what I remember, you basically interjected yourself into the window of one of those
I
cars.
think
You
so, yeah.
tried but failed to redirect them, and then you got eye blasted out of the car.
That's right.
Um,
And
but
then
the good
tarred and
news,
feathered.
yeah, and tarred and feathered. The good news, though, is that Liz took that time to get Sachi Obasan out of the way, so Obasan was all good at the end of the day. I also have a note that you did eventually go to the not 7-Eleven, the 812.
That's
You
right.
went
The
to the
812.
you went to the 812 to pick up some food, pick up some advice. You met
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Day, the alien
Kyle, who
worker
is working
there.
at all the 812s.
Hmm. And then after that, you went to see the Silver Thread herself, who runs the
Right.
Silver Threads super suit creation process.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave the Silver Thread your notes for what you wanted your costume to look like. And
Mm-hmm.
then you hung out, literally in Elizabeth's case.
Because she got stuck. Because I stuck her.
Yeah, you stuck her, you stuck an orange drink to the wall, you stuck food to the
That's right.
wall.
Awesome. Uh huh.
Yeah.
No capes.
But
Maybe there's capes. We will see if there's capes. I think actually, if I recall, I think I mentioned that I would probably want some kind of uh cape like thing. But anyway, continue.
I think let me see if I've got it in my notes here. The only thing I have in my notes about your super suit as special is that it unsticks and sticks at will, so you very much
Right.
have Spider-Man abilities while wearing it.
Right. And I think I was sending you some reference pictures, but there would be like kind of not quite a solid cape, but there's like these almost like tassels or ribbons,
Okay.
um, ribbons that are that so that she can like stick the ribbons together to themselves to make more solid things. So then I can have like the ability to like if I were to stick all of them together, then it would make like a parachute or something like that, or like one of those squirrel suits or something. Those flying
Okay.
squirrel suits.
Make a cape, parachute, web. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Or I guess I could like unstick them and then like use it as a rope or something. So basically, it would just be like these ribbons that I can um, stick and unstick together.
Caspian brings up a good point. Pockets or no?
Pockets sound
Pockets.
useful in general.
All right.
Yeah.
So once you got your super suit, you arrived at the concierge desk at the very bottom of the building with the special penthouse,
Mm,
and that's where you met the same individual that was projected from the special tablet that started this whole chain of events.
right.
Again, to sort of describe her, she's a very lithe figure, very thin,
Mm,
almost unnervingly so.
mm.
She is very tall,
Okay.
and she is wearing a impeccable black suit meant for her body type, which means that instead of like a woman's skirt, she just
Mm.
has long pant legs.
Okay.
And she also has as an undershirt a kind of ruffled and multicolored shirt underneath. And her eyes, when she looks at you, are just these pools of amethysts that seem to
Mm.
sparkle and change with the light. But as you walk in and say, "Hey, I'm Yuma, the Iron Lion," that's where she says, "Well, Miss Iron Lion, welcome to Steel Corp. I do appreciate you being here on time and already in uniform."
Yep, you know me. I am punctual and prepared.
Well, the good news is that that was actually test number one. So congratulations.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Hmm.
Glad I can meet expectations.
Well, it is our hope that you will actually exceed those expectations, but if you will follow me, I will take you up to the penthouse to describe what it is that we have called you here for.
And I look over to my oh my gosh, what's my pet's name? I can't remember.
Kuma.
Kuma. I look over to Kuma. Kuma and Yuma, that's right. And I kind of give it a little like excited like and say penthouse. We're going up to the penthouse. And but then when if the lady turns around, then I like stand up straight again and try to look professional and try to be composed. And so
Hmm.
I'm like I nod and say lead the way.
All right. She steps out from the concierge desk and walks you to a series of elevators. And the way I'm imagining these elevators is they are actually like card access where you need a special like
Mm.
key card to actually go in the elevator. She pulls out her key card, taps it against the badge reader. One of the doors to the elevators open. And what you noticed immediately about this elevator is that it's not like a normal elevator where you can fit maybe like 6, 10 people inside.
Mm-hmm.
This is more the size of a cargo elevator or a freight elevator,
Whoa.
where it is meant for big and heavy things.
Okay.
Um, so it's one of those things where, the doors open horizontally, but then
Mm-hmm.
they open vertically. And then there's a pull down gate that opens up as well. So there's 3 layers of doors.
Wow.
Um, but the concierge steps inside, motions for you to follow. And once you step inside, the 3 layers close once again. And without having to push any buttons on the little control panel, the elevator automatically begins moving.
Oh. just like in hotels when you have you have a key card that only goes to one floor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So as you are traveling, of course, the elevator is playing cheesy elevator music,
Mm.
but
Of
the
course.
concierge explains, you will find that the person behind all of this, you may know them already. Do you know of the superhero known as Frozen Wolf?
Frozen Wolf. Um, do I?
Up to you. You can
Uh,
either
okay.
say that you do, or we can make it a roll, or you can just say, no, I don't know them.
Let's uh let's do a roll. I'm curious to see what the dice will tell me.
Okay. In that case, roll me a plus superior, please.
Plus superior. Okay, so just click on the superior like icon.
Yep.
Click.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
well, that means you don't know, but you get to mark potential.
Oh yay, potential.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but if I like pretend to know, then she'll obviously tell that I don't know them. I guess if you should, so that would be bad because that would be lying. So I won't lie, and I'll
Mhm.
say, um, sorry, I can't say that I have, but it sounds like they're really big and important. So I'm eager to learn more about them.
I see. Well, Miss Frozen Wolf is one of the golden heroes of Halcyon City.
Oh,
She has been endeavoring to create an environment where other supers and people that are intent on doing good for the city can collaborate in a way that Shield does not allow.
my shield
So,
does
in a
not allow.
way, Steel Corps is what we hope to be one of your new homes.
Okay. Can I do a quick maybe out of game check on like Shield is the kind of like the government?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, or is it Aegis? I never remember if it's Shield or Aegis. It's one of the two.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
either way, the intent is for it to be the name of the government body.
yes,
Okay, okay.
yes.
And so this is kind of like that's kind of sus then for me to hear.
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So she's saying that they want to create a place where supers can collaborate and do good outside of the, I guess, control or like regulation of Shield. Okay,
Yeah,
I understand. I will feel incredibly uncomfortable.
and I think the concierge actually just kind of stares at you,
Uh huh.
and it's getting to the point where you're noticing she doesn't really blink.
Uh huh. Much more uncomfortable. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
going to. Um, I guess I'll. Based on where I currently am, I am basically trapped because this is an elevator that is stuck, and she is. Well, I'm gonna just see where it goes. I'm just gonna nod along and say, well, if it's for the good of all people, I'm excited to see what y'all have planned.
Mm.
Because clearly,
Well,
if I were to act uh, counter to her expectations, then I think that things could go bad for me.
you never know.
Never know. Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the concierge just sort of pops like this small smile. It's very slight, but it's
Mm.
there. And she actually kind of looks you up and down and says, I see that you got something made by the silver thread. Good thinking.
Yeah, she did a great job, and I will kind of like tug a little bit at the, at the. It's kind of like more spandexy, I'm assuming.
Hmm.
Tug a little bit at it and kind of give her a little thumbs up.
Mm.
I won't demonstrate
And
what
to
it can do
save you
yet.
from the awkwardness,
Yeah.
it's right about then that the elevator comes to a stop,
It's super awkward. Yeah.
and the three layers of doors open back up, and you see into the penthouse beyond. Now, I think we've all seen, at least in media or just because we've looked it up, what a penthouse looks like.
Yeah, probably like
This looks
windows.
nothing like a penthouse.
Whoa.
Instead, what you're seeing is more akin to the interior of like a warehouse, where
Oh.
it is a big open space with solid black walls, LED lights in the ceiling,
Mm.
and there is a second floor that is accessed by a staircase that runs the perimeter, that also accesses a walkway that goes all the way around the room. There are no windows, there
Mm.
are no natural sources of light.
Okay.
But since you did work on this penthouse, what I'm going to tell you is that what you remember is that this penthouse was designed to be at least in terms of when you were building it, a giant panic room.
Ah.
But even with a panic room of this size, you're maybe thinking like, what do you store in here? Because this is a big space. Like again, this you
I could
could
fit an
have
airplane
like
in
a good
there.
soccer game in here.
Wow. Could I tell? So, based on what I knew about the construction of it, I definitely knew that we were going up, and it is the penthouse. It's not like It's not like I thought we were going up, but we're actually going down. She said penthouse, but went to basement.
No, you have it correct, and you would have felt with gravity that you were going
Okay,
up.
great,
Mhm.
cool.
But the concierge just kind of steps out and motions for you to follow, and she explains, Frozen Wolf will be watching from up there, and she points up at the second floor where you actually do see Frozen Wolf herself.
Oh,
Best way I can describe Frozen Wolf is if you were to take Wolverine
okay.
and make him a she,
Mm-hmm.
and then give her sort of animalistic features that are very similar to a monster hunter
Mm.
creature.
Okay. Oh,
Not
creature.
quite a
Okay.
Nargacuga,
Oh, okay.
um, but it's definitely where she has like legit claws. She
Mm.
has pointy ears and horns, gray skin,
Okay.
and she even has a little fang that peeks out from the top of her mouth because that's a little cute detail.
Yeah.
Um, but she's just kind of leaning on the railing, looking down at you,
Okay, and I
and
will you know when you make I'll wave, but in that way that's kind of like bowing a little bit, but like also waving kind of awkwardly.
mhm.
Yeah, so I'll see if she acknowledges me and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, I think Frozen Wolf gives you a small nod,
And
and
then
concierge continues to explain. We will be assessing your abilities against one of our better fighters.
oh,
And it's at this point you realize that there is actually somebody else in the first floor with you,
oh, okay.
and it's a very familiar figure.
Uh-oh.
Would you like to guess who it is?
Is it my friend Liz?
No, but that is an excellent guess.
Oh, okay. Is it Mr. Oh shoot, what's his name? Arnold what's his last name?
Arnold
That's so funny.
Arnold Carnage is not
Arnold
it
Carnage.
either.
It's not Arnold
No,
Carnage.
it
Okay.
is it is actually someone you ran into and had dealings with. It is none other than Ferrari Lady.
Oh, Ferrari lady. Eye blast lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point at her and go, "Oh, you're the Ferrari lady."
And Ferrari Lady, for anybody who needs a reminder, she is in a white and gold with black trim military-like uniform. She has a eye patch over her right eye,
Mm.
and she looks very stern and is seemingly smoking some kind of a cigar.
Mm.
But she kind of looks at you impassively, takes a big drag, puffs out a big thing of smoke, and goes, where do I know you from? Where do I know you
She doesn't
from?
remember me. I'll look over to the concierge lady and be like, she doesn't remember me, but we met her. I met her just yesterday or earlier today. Wait, it was earlier. Oh, yesterday. Yesterday because
Yesterday.
the because we got the suit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I met her yesterday. We had a good time. Remind me about like the details of that fight. Did she blast me with whatever's underneath her eye patch, or did she
Yep.
like? Yeah, she did. Okay, so I know that detail about her fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then I'll be like, I don't know how the concierge reacts, but I'll say like, we had a good time, and it's okay. She's a little bit salty that she lost.
I think the concierge does that thing where she quirks an eyebrow, but she looks past it and says, "The good lady here will be testing your abilities. It is known that in this space we do not fight to our most optimal, if that makes any sense. We do not wish to actually injure someone.
Mm,
However, you are to treat this as if it were a real fight, if you
okay.
understand what I'm saying."
Yes. No grave injuries.
Correct.
Taiko. Hi, Taiko. I hear my dog has returned home. Sorry. Kuma is in the house.
Yay. But yeah, with that, the
Cool.
concierge kind of nods to Ferrari Lady and then
Mm-hmm.
steps out and actually ascends the staircase to stand beside Frozen Wolf. And if it wasn't already something you'd clued in on, you basically can tell that the concierge is the Alfred to Frozen Wolf's Bruce Wayne.
Batman. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Mhm.
And so does that make a Ferrari lady Robin?
Well, you could ask.
Oh, I guess. Do those characters exist in this world?
They do, but they are legally distinct.
Sure. Legally distinct Batman, Robin, and Alfred.
Mhm.
I would be like, whoa, 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 hang on. I think I've seen this before. You're kind of like, and then I will point at the concierge and say, you're kind of like, well, let me think of another name for Alfred. I guess they could all just be legally distinct female versions of those.
Mhm.
Like Allison, and that makes Frozen Wolf like that. I got nothing. Bat.
Mhm.
Uh, what's another name for a bat? Batwoman, but not Batwoman. I don't want to say Batwoman. I want to make a different one. What's another name for bat? I'm looking up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
Bat
Let me see.
synonyms.
It might actually, because I'm looking up because it's always dependent on.
Bat types.
Oh, you could call them Nocturne. Nocturne. Is a good
Nocturne. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. And Frozen Wolf's like Nocturne. So that makes you. And she turns and points towards Ferrari Lady. Wouldn't that make you like Pigeon?
And Ferrari Lady stops smoking her cigar, glares at you,
Does
takes
this
the
provoke
cigar out of her
someone?
mouth, puts the cigarette out on the back of her hand, or the cigar on the back of her hand, doesn't
Oh
even
wow.
flinch at the putting it out, then puts the cigar in one of her suit pockets and goes, "Going to enjoy the next 5 minutes if you even last that long."
5 minutes. Wow. Okay. Um, and I I just like kind of nod as if like I've definitely figured it out. Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's definitely like Pigeon. And then I like kind of look over to Akuma and like give her a little high five.
Mm-hmm.
And Kuma high fives me back. And I guess in order to like to mimic her did she say what her name is? What's
No,
Ferrari
she
Lady's name?
still has not said what her name is.
Ah. And I guess I'll just like go into kind of crouch into a fighting stance and say, well, until I figure out what your name is, I guess I'm just gonna call you Pigeon.
And with that, she lifts up the eye patch.
Uh-oh.
And again, that baleful red glow of a machine underneath begins to charge. There's this high pitched whine.
Ah.
And I need you to take a powerful blow for me, please.
Take a powerful blow. Okay, let's click on
Now, the good
the...
news
Uh-huh.
is you want to roll low on this.
Okay. Want to roll low. Click. Choose a modifier for this move. 0.
0. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So
That's
this is
7
a
out of...
partial
Okay.
success.
Partial success.
So you have 3 options here. You can actually, since you don't have teammates, it's actually going to be different. So you can only choose 2 things here.
Okay.
You can either give this mysterious lady that is eye beaming you an opportunity, or you can mark 2 conditions. Now, we haven't really dealt with conditions yet, but basically, conditions are similar to a health track, but in an abstract form. And depending on what conditions you mark, it actually affects what your roles can end up being. So, for example, if you were to take the afraid condition, anytime you were directly engaging a threat, you would actually take a -2 to that until you cleared that condition.
And how does one clear a condition?
Well, it actually depends on the condition itself. So,
Okay.
again, using afraid as an example,
Sure.
the way to clear afraid is you must run away from something difficult. And you can do that at any point in the scene, and these conditions stay until you get rid of them.
Oh, okay.
But the other way you can clear it is if you get comfort and support from someone you trust, like a teammate, a beloved NPC. So it's kind of it kind of incentivizes you to seek out those
Okay, great.
relationships. Yeah.
And so if then that would have -2 to engage, which is directly engage a threat.
Yes,
Okay,
and if you actually look at the left side of your character sheet, all the condition boxes tell you what the minuses are to.
great. Okay, and then so I would get, if I struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions, I would choose 2 of these to mark, or it like
Correct.
chooses for me. Okay, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I could take 2 conditions. I'll take angry. So
Okay.
-2 to comfort or pierce. What does pierce the mask mean?
So
You pierce
Pierce the
them.
Mask is kind of an insight check.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. Let me see. Oh, these are all good. Okay. Defend. I'll probably want to keep. So, how about to provoke or assess?
I'll tell you what, I'll offer you a deal. If you
Sure.
take Insecure, I'll
Uh-huh.
let you only take 1 condition, but you got to take Insecure.
Okay, okay, sure. Let's try insecure. I'll
All
take
right.
that. All right.
So narratively, what happens is this beam of laser light lances out and hits you, and it is like being hit by a truck.
Oof.
And you do manage to keep your feet, you do manage to steel yourself through the pain, and your super suit is not damaged, but it's very clear very quickly to you that this lady, whatever the heck her name is not messing around. Like, to give an example, when she blasted at you out of her car yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
that was maybe half of what this was just now.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm just reading what I had taken for these other things too. Okay, come on, Lucky has the pet. Um, all right. So I get knocked back and I get kind of wrecked by that. Yes.
Mhm.
Um, and what I'm gonna say is, because it just hit me,
Mhm.
I will uh, maybe have my pet kind of like through that chaos, kind of like walk up to her and Does my pet have any like equipment on them?
Depends what kind of equipment you'd want.
Yeah, I was thinking about some kind of like thing that I could have made sticky on like one side or something like that to like try and or even if it's like just like make a piece of cloth, like if it has like a little cape on or a little shirt on, then it
Oh,
would be able to like take that off and use it.
sure. I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say I'm going to try and distract her while I direct my pet. I don't know how I would have done this, but like maybe with like some kind of signal, direct
Hmm.
my pet to try and blindfold her and try to
Okay.
stick the mask onto or stick the piece of cloth onto her eyes. But I will try to
Okay.
distract her
Interesting.
first while the pet is doing that so that it doesn't get noticed.
Okay.
And so
So, what is it that you're doing to distract? Are you gonna start trash talking them? Are you gonna start throwing something at them? Like, what does that look like?
yeah, I'm going to very exaggeratedly pretend that I am more hurt than I am and be like extra dramatic about it. Like, oh, that hurts so bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think you took out my spleen. And then I will kind of like stagger around and I'm not sure how far away the concierge is from me, but I'll be like kind of uh, walking up to her like as if my shoulder is damaged, and I'd be like, "Can you believe that she just did that? We didn't even say go. That's not even fair." And then while I'm saying all this stuff, I want my Kuma to try and blindfold her.
Okay. So, I'm going to say this is going to be an unleash your powers.
Okay.
So, you're going to be rolling plus freak.
Plus freak.
And what
Okay.
I would say is since your pet is assisting you, you do get a +1 modifier on top of this.
Okay. Great. I will click on unleash your powers. Uh, choose all conditions and conditional modifiers that apply. Insecure to defend or reject, so it doesn't count for that, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I don't have the option to add another modifier, so I'll just click roll.
Yeah, click roll and then we'll add it manually.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, even with the +1, it's still a partial success.
Ah, damn. Okay.
So you have an option here. You can either mark another condition, or what you do is unstable or temporary. So you're gonna
Hmm.
do it. It's
Okay.
just that if you want it to be a more of a permanent effect, you got to mark a condition for me. But if you want it to just be like a temporary thing, then you don't mark anything.
Okay. Okay. Um, I won't mark anything, and I'm okay
Okay.
with it being either unstable or temporary. I would say, uh, temporary sounds fine because I think that I could probably do an action before that temporariness wears off.
Oh, oh.
Okay.
So narratively, what that's going to look like is Kuma flies over as Ferrari lady is glaring and charging up another blast.
Mm-hmm.
And right as the eye begins to start glowing again, Kuma comes down and drapes the cloth over the eye, and it sticks. And
Okay.
Ferrari lady, growls and starts, trying to rip off the bandage or rip off the cloth as you have bought yourself some time.
Okay. Um, with the time that I've bought, well, how damaged am I? Like, because it hurt a lot, right? So, am
Yeah,
I
it
able to
hurt a
like,
lot, but there is no pure HP in this system.
sure.
The only real way to be fully knocked out is if you fill your condition track.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so then I will so I still have all of my like physical like capabilities, right? So
Yeah, yeah, that
okay,
doesn't
cool.
go away.
Okay, okay. So I'm just like um I'll kind of unravel the ribbons that are on the on my suit, and
Hmm.
try to form kind of a uh, like a lasso's not good. I don't want to use a lasso. I want to use some kind of like wrapping to try to with restrain her. So
Mm-hmm.
I will. Yeah, I'll just make it into sort of like a rope, maybe a net. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll make it into a net, and um, I'll run over to her and kind of like stick one side to the floor um, and try to like bound over her and try to stick the
Mm-hmm.
other side to the other side of the floor and try to like stick all the parts so that she's like stuck to the like the net is stuck to her and is stuck to the ground.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Let me look at your sheet here. Tell you what, why don't you go ahead and, because it doesn't matter, because you have a -1 in danger and a -1 in freak. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Give me another
Ooh.
unleash your powers here.
Okay. Let's see. Click. Roll. No.
Okay, so hey, good news though.
Uh-huh.
You mark potential,
Oh,
which is
sweet.
your fifth potential,
Okay.
which now means you can take advancements.
Advancements. The beacon.
Yep. So under team moves, you now have an option of taking another move from the Beacon playbook. You can take a move from another playbook.
Oh.
You can rearrange your labels by adding +1 to a label, or you can unlock your moment of truth. And again, you don't have to
Mm.
use your moment of truth right away. You can save it for a clutch moment. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to unlock it first.
I see. Okay. Oh, I can take a move from another move from your playbook or another playbook. Wait, let me get the playbook.
Hmm.
Scrolling.
And I'll pull up mine to maybe give you some perhaps advice,
Yeah,
but
that'd be great.
let me
Let's
see.
see.
So with the beacon, um, let me see.
Let's see.
What is your mundane? Oh, your mundane's pretty good. So one option is if you wanted to take another beacon move,
Uh-huh.
you could take no powers and not nearly enough training. And basically,
Okay.
what this is you have a new piece of gear, a new piece of whatever, and we'll handle that in the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That you can roll plus mundane when you use this piece of gear instead of, say, danger or freak. So it's
Mm.
you would go from a -1 to a +2 in your instance.
Okay, let's do that. And maybe this. You're always picking new gear to pick yourself in the game when you pick up these. You write in as an ability if this line is empty. First time you use each piece of gear to directly engage a threat or defend someone, you can roll mundane. Okay, so I guess uh, in this case, okay, so I'll click take another move from your playbook or edit that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I think you have to cross it out. In fact, I can probably do that for you.
oh,
Um, but one thing I would say is there is another option that would really work for you, I think. And it is actually underneath the Janus,
oh, Janice.
and it is called Game Face.
Oh,
Now,
game
Game
face.
Face is if you are committing to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy, you can mark a condition and then you get +1 to all rolls that are in direct pursuit of that goal.
Oh, wow. At the end of any scene in which you don't make progress towards that goal mark and condition, when you fulfill your goal mark potential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it's like I have now slapped my face, committed to this to this thing to either save someone or defeat them, and if I don't, then I will, be afraid or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. +1 to all rolls. Um, you're willing to pay high cost to save your one regular secret. No, I don't want to reveal my secret identity. I don't have any of that. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do game face. Although, let me
Okay.
think about that other one. It was the tools thing. It would be basically just like adding a new equipment, but only the first time I use it will I get that buff, right?
Correct. It's the first time every scene.
Oh, first time every scene. So I now
Unless I
have.
read that wrong. Let me double check.
Let me double check too.
Uh,
Begin.
yeah, it's the first time.
The first
So
time.
I would read that as the first time in a scene.
Oh, in the scene. Okay, cool. Um, I mean, that sounds kind of neat too. Because New Gear is cool. I mean, I've kind of made her sort of like Spider-Man ish. So Spider-Man, but with gear sounds useful. Maybe it's something that like I didn't realize I had, but I found in the suit that
Mm-hmm.
that the silver thread added in there.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and because I want to be able to roll mundane instead of one of these minuses because my mundane is so good.
So, boop. There you go. You have a
Okay,
new thing on your sheet.
sweet.
And I will go ahead and cross this out for you.
Thank you.
Do-do-do-do.
Okay, what is that piece of equipment now? Let's think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you got to tell me what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's it sounds like I feel like this is gonna be useful in the future too. So maybe it's uh maybe it's something that's like um oh, okay. How about like a sort of bola net, or as you know how like there's like you can make two spheres that like you can throw and then it like wraps around stuff.
Cola. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, it's the bola. But then how to make that? Oh, maybe they can just like stick to each other. God, this is too boring. Maybe that's why mundane is a role. But yeah, maybe it's like okay. How about if she just like included throwable balls that I could add to the ribbons, and so I could like craft my own thing on the spot. You know, like just being able to use like because I could just stick stuff together, right? So I can stick
Right.
together the ribbons and the balls to make my own sort of bola to wrap around her, so I can throw it instead of instead of having to manually go and run and do it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess, discover in these pockets that I now have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whoa,
Hey, pockets coming in clutch.
pockets are working.
So here's what's gonna happen though, because this all started when you tried to net Ferrari Lady.
Sure,
So
yeah.
what happens is you are able to create the net, but by the time you get it over to Ferrari Lady, she has already ripped off the bandage or the thing around her eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and now you notice that both of her eyes are glowing.
Oh.
So the one that was beneath the eye patch is a kind of a crimson red, and the one eye that looks normal is a deep navy blue. And
Oh.
both of them are glowing very powerfully. So I
Uh-oh.
need you to take another powerful blow for me. And this, we again want to see
Low
a
number.
low roll on this one. But since you have a condition, you have to have a modifier of +1.
+1. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, because it's for each modifier you have, or each
Got it.
condition you have.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so you
Okay.
have another choice here.
Mm-hmm.
You can either give an opportunity to Ferrari Lady, or you can mark another two conditions to struggle past the pain.
I don't want two conditions. What does opportunity mean?
It's just basically a narrative thing that
Okay.
you yield in that moment, and I kind of do a mean GM thing.
Ah, okay, okay.
But it's very much, we're still moving the fiction forward. It's not like a, oh, you lose, game over kind of
Right.
a thing.
Okay. Okay. Provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on myself.
Yeah, so the way that would work is if you had a teammate here that isn't Kuma,
Mm-hmm.
then we could use, say,
Oh, we can't use
Elizabeth's
that one. Okay. Okay.
influence,
Yeah, I gotcha.
or
Gotcha.
we could use Carnage's influence. It really just depends who you're fighting with at any given moment.
I gotcha. Okay. So I will. Yeah, I'll let the opposition get an opportunity. I think that narratively that works out because I'm like very close to her now, and I was trying to unsuccessfully wrap this net around her, so
Hmm.
it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll give her an opportunity.
All right. So what that's going to mean is you are hit by both blue and red beams coming from this woman's eyes,
Uh oh.
and you are knocked to your knee. Like you have to stop yourself and fall to the one knee, panting in the pain and the agony
Mm.
as Frozen Wolf speaks up for the first time. And when she speaks, it's with a very imperial voice that seems to just fill the room, as large as the room is.
Uh huh.
But she says, "That is enough. Let her go."
Uh,
And the Ferrari lady looks up at Frozen Wolf and goes, "Are you quite sure this is the best that we have at the moment?" Frozen Wolf looks down and nods and says, "Even though you did not use the kids' gloves as much as I requested you to do so at the beginning, I do believe the fact that she's taken now 3 blasts is a good sign of her stamina."
so I'm like kind of kneeling on the ground, panting, and I'm like, oh, gosh, she told you to let up and you didn't?
"You called me a pigeon.
You wouldn't tell me your name.
Did you
And
ask?"
I mean, I offer. Did I offer my name? I can't remember. Oh,
No, you did.
no, I didn't offer my name. But they already knew who I. You already knew who I was because she said it
Yes,
at the
but see, it's
beginning.
a very polite thing when you meet somebody new, especially someone you're going to barge into their car, or when you, I don't know, show up and fight them, you get their name.
Ah, so you do remember me.
Of course I remember you. Do you know how much I had to pay to have that buffed out of my car? The mark you left?
Do you know how embarrassing it is to be tarred and feathered right outside of my home? You almost
No, but
ran over my
we
grandmother.
could recreate
Not
that if you
grandmother.
want. I mean, I'm sure Frozen Wolf wouldn't mind. And
And
Frozen
then
Wolf says, "I mind."
and like you must like I'm getting up to my feet trying to like struggle to my feet a little bit and I'm like rolling up my sleeves to be like why I on.
Hmm.
Yeah. And but I'm like clearly still at the disadvantage because I'm still panting and so I'm just kind of like uh damn it, give me another minute and I would take you down.
All right. Well, that's
Mm.
actually going to be a provoke someone.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, but can
you
I
need to roll plus superior here.
plus superior, which is a 0?
Hmm.
Okay. Provoke someone. Okay, let's click.
Okay,
Ah,
partial
all
success.
these partials.
So I know it's a partial success. So I get to choose one.
mm.
So they're either gonna stumble, which means you get +1 forward against them. They will give you a critical opportunity, or they're going to overreact and you get influence over them.
Oh, how does influence work again?
So influence is basically the way I've explained it in the past is it's kind of like a meta currency where when you have
Okay.
influence over someone, they listen to what you have to say. There are moves that require using influence, kind of a thing.
Ah.
But for the most part, influence is something that when you're dealing with an adult characters always have influence over you in this system.
Ah, okay, okay.
Um,
And she is an
so I
adult
think,
character, I'm assuming.
yeah, she's an
Okay.
adult character. So I think what she's actually going to do is as you provoke her,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to sort of do the Sparta "Are you not entertained" pose, where she just kind of throws her arms wide,
Yeah.
and she says, "Very well. If you think you can harm the Titanium Terminator, please
Is that
go
her
right
name?
ahead." That is her name, the Titanium Terminator.
um, okay. She said harm. Um, am I able to try to harm her emotionally?
Do you want to try?
Well, okay, wait. Let me think about that one because I feel
No, I
like
like where your head's at. No,
yeah.
continue. Follow that train of thought. I want to see where
Okay,
it goes.
okay. So, because like, um, she seems kind of like a little cocky, a little full of herself. If I can
Mhm.
try to like, kind of pick at her pride, then I don't have to try to fight her when she has these crazy powerful beams that she could just look at me Cyclops style and destroy me.
Mhm.
Um, and I tried to blind her and that didn't quite work. So maybe I can shoot. Do I know? Okay, just based on her what she said so far, she
Mhm.
is very proud of her strength. She has fancy stuff and she buys a lot of things. So I guess
Mhm.
maybe I can. Uh,
Well, if it
can
helps,
mhm.
remember there is a move that is basically an insight check that might give you ideas.
Is that in assess the situation
No,
or
it's
is it
actually pierce the
pierce the
mask in
mask?
this
Ah,
case.
sweet. Okay, I want to. That sounds great. Okay, let's do that. When you
Okay,
pierce
so that's
someone's
going to be
mask.
plus mundane.
Okay, perfect, because I'm that. Roll.
Partial success. You can
Partial
ask
success.
me one question about her character, and I will answer it truthfully. It doesn't have to be from that list,
Okay.
just one question about her character.
Okay. Um. Okay. How can I get under her skin? Like, how can I or what can I say that she's like super sensitive to that I can like you know the kind of thing that like oh no you went there like what's something that would really uh
Get
like
under her
get
skin,
under his
yeah.
skin, yeah. Hey Pinocchio.
Trying to think because I have like three different ones, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best one in my
Okay,
mind.
cool, yeah, take your time. I'm excited to take this
So
approach.
I'm gonna throw this out there because it's content, but let's just say, for example, that you have and she has and she's very envious of that.
I have and she has oh like I have big tits and she doesn't. Oh, okay. So we're going the the physical route.
Yeah,
All right. Do I want to? That seems like a low blow, but I mean, I'm a shitty teenager, right? So
right.
maybe
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
why I
the low
said that's
blow.
probably what you would notice first is that there's an obvious physical difference between the two of you.
All right. Okay. So what was the last thing she said? She said, "Come at me, give me your best shot."
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. I'll say. Shoot. Let me think. This is hard. Okay. So I'll say. Uh, well. Hmm. You. No, I need to have more confidence in this. I want to think of something first.
You got
Okay.
time.
Okay. Um. How about um. Well, oh, I guess she just told me the titanium Terminator. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, I should have guessed that was your name, cause seems like you're armor is quite. How do I put this? Because your armor is isn't protecting much, is it?
There you go.
Okay, my
And
titanium terminator were like tiny. Damn.
there you go.
Oh.
I think
Okay.
Notori, yeah. Notori's on the ball. There
Tori
you
knows
go.
it. More like tiny to titanium terminator.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Sure.
So
Shitty
the
teenager.
titanium Terminator just sort of stares, blinks a few times, and then looks up at Frozen Wolf.
Oh no.
Are you sure I can't hit her again? No, I think we've proven a point. You can stand down, the both of you. I've seen enough. And Frozen Wolf actually at that point does the Batman vault, where she leaps over the railing and lands next to the both of you.
Oh wow.
Um, and what you realize is that Frozen Wolf is actually larger than what she looked like up above. And what I
Oh
mean by that is she is pushing 8 feet easy.
wow.
She's big.
Okay. I
But she
will
actually
look
does something
directly
very
up at her.
kind where she gets down on her knee to be at your eye level.
Ooh.
And she says, "Now, Iron Lion, I realize that it might not feel like you've accomplished much by everything that has just happened, but just know that every superhero has to start somewhere. And this is a powerful metric for you of how much you have to improve if we are to save Halcyon City."
I see. Oh, like as in my ability to fight because she kicked my ass.
Not just that, you have ingenuity to some degree. You just need to be more, what's the word I want to use? Free in your actions. You
Mm.
need to stop restricting yourself and go with the flow as it is. And Frozen Wolf actually puts a hand on your shoulder. I think, though, that you're also very reluctant about using your powers, at least my observation. Perhaps you could look into using them a little bit more. And what this is going to do is she is trying to use her influence over you as an adult character to shift your mundane down one and your freak up one.
Oh.
Now, you can choose to accept that and you just change the labels, or you can reject that influence. And that is just a 2d6 roll. And if you get a success,
Oh, but I
you
have a
actually can
-2 to
choose.
reject.
Well, then 2d6 minus 2.
Oh. Mm. And what was the other option? In reject or
You can either reject what they're trying to do, or you can just accept it.
and if I accept it, it would change my freak to +0 and my mundane to +1.
Correct.
I want to keep my mundane. I just took a thing for it. Hmm.
I know it's literally one of the GM moves you're supposed to do in this situation, where it's like mess with their favorite label.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. I will try to reject that. But like she's basically saying you should use your powers more. And I'm
Mhm.
like, no, I won't, right? Like that seems also silly. It seems like maybe because I'm feeling insecure. Sure, I'll try to reject it, but then I'll also add narratively that I'll say, uh, yeah, but my powers are so like boring. All I can do is stick stuff together, and so she'll try to reject what she's saying.
All right. So the way you do that is you can either where is it?
Yeah, I didn't see it in
Uh
here.
oh, you know
Reject.
what? Let me check that real quick because I know it's in the compendium. One moment.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Do 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 do.
What is forward
What?
and ongoing? Because you mentioned earlier you can take +1 forward against them, so like you have like an advantage. Is that what that kind of is?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when you have a forward, it is the next roll you make against that person. Then
Mm.
you get that bonus, and then the bonus goes away. Ongoing is a permanent bonus until certain conditions are met.
Okay.
And I've just added the reject influence to your sheet as well.
Oh, reject influence. Oh, I see
All the way
it
at the
at the
bottom.
bottom. Okay.
Mhm.
Click, and I will add the condition, and I will roll.
Okay. So, what this is going to mean is their words are actually going to hit you hard.
Oof.
And what that's going to mean is I get to mess with your labels.
No, my labels. Okay, clear condition of
So,
my
what I'm
potential.
actually going to do is I'm going to do something that's even a little bit more mean than initially I was planning. I'm
Okay.
actually going to shift your savior down to a
No.
1,
What? Okay.
but your freak will become a +1.
Oh, I'm extra freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've already done it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And as you say that in
So
character, you say, yeah, but
normalized.
all I can do is stick things together.
Yeah.
I think Frozen Wolf actually kind of belly laughs and she says, well, you say that, but you need to look at the bigger picture. You know, putting two things together, two people together, is a very powerful moveset to have. Imagine, if you will, in a fight, if you were able to stick the Titanium Terminator, or Tiny Tits as we're calling her, and she, like, you know, Titanium Terminator, like, shakes her fist like, why I oughta. If you were able to stick her to a wall and your teammate was able to use that opportunity to put them down, that is a very powerful setup move.
Ah.
Alternatively, the concierge has told me about how you saved that poor woman, that old lady, from being run over by Titanium Tits. Oh, great, they're not tiny anymore. That's nice. Thank you. And basically, Frozen Wolf starts going down the list of, like, here's how you could use your powers. Here's how
Mm.
you could do these things.
So she's kind of like mentoring me.
Yeah, she's trying to be a mentor here.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm lowering your savior, not your mundane,
Okay.
because you're feeling less as a kind of a cocky teenager that, oh, I'm the best way to
Mm-hmm.
save someone kind of a thing. You're now feeling more attunement with your powers, if that makes any sense.
Like learning more tricks and like being uh, more of a uh, super entity.
Yes.
Like, oh wow,
Mhm.
I do have powers.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But after about a 5-10 minute mentor session, Frozen Wolf stands back up and says, now, has been a it has been a bit of wear and tear on the both of you. Perhaps we can get some refreshments and I can give you your first task, Iron Lion, assuming, of course, you wish to continue working with us. I would completely understand if you did not work or did not want to work outside of Aegis, if you wanted to be a freelancer, but just know that the mentoring I just gave you is but a sample of not only the equipment we can provide, the
Mm.
mentoring we can provide, even perhaps the funds that you desperately need.
Oh. Oh. um. Okay. So I guess contextually, how do I like feel about Aegis, about the government? Like basically, I've been working for them by cleaning up the buildings and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so Aegis employs Arnold Carnage's construction company.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you're kind of like two or three parts removed,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like you are working directly for them, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Okay.
Where you are more of a contractor in this regard.
Sure. Okay. So I'm not like particularly strongly affiliated with them, but I'm also, and also this is like closer to my dream of like becoming a superhero, and everybody was like very excited and supporting me in doing that. So it's kind of
Hmm.
like a no-brainer to be like, yeah, I mean, you gave me advice and you're gonna give me money and you're gonna give me equipment and means and emissions. Like it seems like a pretty sweet deal. Um, and so, and with the exception of like having to work with tiny tits.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be
Okay.
her name now. Good job, Nicole. That's her new name.
Totally.
Um, So what I'm going to actually do is, because you accepted Frozen Wolf's offer, I'm actually going to clear your insecure for that,
Oh.
because she is actually, her mentoring and what she's offering has made you hopeful. So you were
Ah.
able to clear your insecure in this instance.
Great. Sweet. I will uncheck that. Check,
Yeah.
check.
So,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just thinking about like uh, hopefully I didn't just become a bad guy. But based on what they're saying, their intent is to save the city, to like do good for the people, but it just seemed
Mhm.
kind of like shady and sus for the way that they went about it, and the fact that this Ferrari driving in like mean beam lady is working for her. So it's definitely giving a lot of bad guy vibes. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with it because I don't know any better.
All
They're
right.
offering me what I want, and that's what I'll go with.
Oh yeah, we I forgot to have you mark potential because you did roll a 6, so mark potential
Oh
as well.
yay, potential.
So, to sort of fast forward a little bit,
Okay.
um, you go to the second floor, and there is the actual penthouse part of the penthouse. So,
Ooh,
nice living room, cushy overview of the city from a window that was previously not seen from the ground floor.
amazing.
Um, there's a spread of food that you can help yourself to. There's meats, there's cheeses, there's fruits, there's vegetables, whatever you want, it's there.
Mm,
Um, and as you're, enjoying yourself, Frozen Wolf basically goes over the benefits package. And
sweet.
the benefits package is, you do get healthcare, you do get dental,
Great.
you do get a 401k,
Jeez,
you do get a
401k.
flex savings plan.
Perfect.
Um, they are willing to give you a stipend for as long as you work with Frozen Wolf's organization, Steel Corp. They
Okay.
are willing to give you a stipend to spend on housing, food, whatever. It's your stipend to do what you want.
Okay. Okay. So like
Um,
pay. Okay.
yeah. And the only thing that they ask in return is that, and they even say that you can continue to work for Carnage if you want,
Uh huh.
but the caveat is that you have to basically be on call 24/7. That's the caveat.
Oh, okay. Okay. So on call 24/7, but I can do whatever I want basically until they call me. Um
Correct. But when they call you, you have to come.
okay. Um I guess I will read over I guess assuming it's a contract of some sort, and
Yeah, the
then
concierge has brought out a big old
yeah.
pad of paper on a clipboard and a pen for you to sign if you
Yeah.
want to sign.
And Kuma is there reading over my shoulder, and then I'm gonna would Kuma like understand human language and like is pretty smart because like
Let's say that Kuma even has these little tiny glasses
tiny
that they put
glasses.
on, and they're just reading through, and
Mhm.
they're pointing out certain things in the contract,
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah.
concierge is like, yes, we can change that. Yes, very good, we can change that.
Perfect. This is totally fulfilling my fantasy of an adorable little companion.
Hmm.
Okay, so I am trusting Kuma. I will like nod along with the changes and be surprised that they managed to negotiate a additional stipend and um, all those benefits. But like the main caveat or the main important point is that if they call, I have to respond.
Hmm.
Okay, and um, yeah, I guess let's well maybe I can try to negotiate that part a little bit. um
Hmm.
about this part where it says I have to respond 24/7, like what if I'm asleep?
Well, you would obviously need to wake up, and the device we will give you is very good at waking you up.
Device, okay, here's the new information. How will the device wake me up exactly?
Well, it depends on your preference. It can make a loud noise, it can buzz and vibrate really strongly, it can
Okay.
give you an electric shock. It really just depends on your preference.
And if I keep snoozing the alarm, will it get more scary?
Progressively worse, yes.
Progressively worse. Okay. And let's say I am, I don't know, in a dangerous situation already, and y'all are calling me and I cannot get out of that situation. What would happen?
Well, in that case, we would potentially already know about that, but there is a way you could signal that you are the one that needs backup and not the other way around.
Oh, okay. And what if I lose this thing?
We'll get you another one.
Oh, okay. So I can accidentally lose it, and I will like be
Well, we would
worried.
prefer you not to lose it, but we can always get you another one.
Okay, okay.
It's
Um,
actually going to be genetically coded to you, so even if someone steals it or someone, you lose it and someone finds it, only you will be able to use this device.
okay, cool. Will I be able to like? Is there some kind of like homing or like, find my iPhone?
There is, yes.
Okay,
Though
cool.
it is much more advanced than Find Your iPhone.
Okay. Um. Well. Uh. This seems like a big decision, but I'll look over to
Mhm.
Kuma and see if she gives a nod or if she gives a shrug
Thumbs
or
up.
thumbs up. All right. Well, my I see my attorney here has given me the okay, so I will go ahead and sign, and then I do.
Okay. So you
Well,
sign, and the concierge signs the witness signature as Frozen Wolf also signs the sheet as well.
mhm.
And the concierge takes the documents away and actually comes back with a duffel bag full of your first stipend.
Whoa, duffel bag.
Hmm.
This isn't suspicious. Okay.
But as the concierge sets the bag down, and you can do with it as you wish, Frozen Wolf says, "Now, what I'm about to tell you is a bit of a secret of what it is we are trying to do here. And this
Mm-hmm.
isn't a bad thing. Don't worry. You didn't just sell your soul to some terrible person.
Uh-huh.
But what we are looking to do is secure the leech." I know what you're
Secure the
thinking.
leech. Okay.
You're thinking, what is the leech?
Yeah. Definitely what I was
Well,
thinking.
the leech is a very special superhero or potential supervillain
Oh.
that is able to take away the pain, take away the agony from another person to suffer it themselves.
Mm.
And in a
Okay.
superhero fight, that could be the difference between winning or losing the day.
Ah. Like like an empath. Like they um take away their teammates' pain and then they experience it themselves, and I assume that they have a pretty high pain tolerance.
Correct, yes.
Mm.
Unfortunately, we don't know who the leech is. We only know that there is a general area of effect where other superheroes like me have either seen a teammate experience this effect or we've seen a supervillain act strangely. We're
Whoa.
not really sure if this person is perhaps a supervillain or if they're freelance. We just don't know. All we do know is that we need to get our hands on the leech and we need to get them on our side before a supervillain pressures them into a life of villainy.
Okay, so we're trying to get them on our side.
Correct.
Right. All right. Well, I guess what you said is that you don't have any really huge leads, just that like you've heard rumors and things like that. So, part of my mission then would be to learn more information about the leech and make a plan on how to get them into our team. Sound good?
You have it.
Sweet. Will Tiny Tits be working with me?
Tiny Tits at this point has been smoking 2 cigars, like legit, like Tom and Jerry, 2 cigars at the same time. And or no, Chad has another one, Flat Justice.
Flat
Justice,
Justice.
like
Flat
Flat
Justice.
Justice, just just stares at you and goes, I suppose now that we're teammates, I can drive you around. I won't like it,
Ooh.
but I'll do it.
We'll be best buds, won't we?
I hate you so much.
Amazing. And yeah, I think that's a good point to like skip to where I mean, sorry, you're the GM, but I think that like
No,
yeah,
it's a perfect time to skip.
yeah,
So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to skip ahead after you get out of the penthouse, after you
sure.
get out of the skyscraper, and you are returning home. And it's at this
Mm-hmm.
point you realize your cell phone was blocked the entire time.
Oh,
So your phone is blowing up with notifications.
oh my gosh.
So there's a bunch of messages from Liz trying to check in with you. There's a message from Arnold Carnage. There's a message from Sachi Obasan.
Uh-huh.
And even the Silver Thread has sent you a text message like, how's the suit working out, kind of a thing.
Wow. Okay, I got a lot to catch up on. I
Mm-hmm.
will start with responding to um Sachi Obasan.
Okay, so let me do old lady voice.
Old lady voice.
Oh, Yuma, I hope you're doing well. After our conversation the other day, I thought it would be nice if I baked you a nice cherry pie. I know how
Oh,
much you like the cherries and the pies. I've left it
yay.
in your apartment. Please just return the tin when you're done with it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I'll just message her back and say, "Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I'm sure it'll be delicious. Send."
Mhm.
And then I'll check in with Liz second.
All right, so Liz texts are very stereotypical, like 2013, where they're all lowercase and spelled haphazardly.
Yay!
So she's like, hey, where are
But
you?
it's like the letter
Why are
R and
you
a
not
little U.
responding? Yeah, it's like there's missing letters and some of
Yeah.
it's spelt wrong. Are
Yeah.
you ignoring me? Did I
No.
do something
Oh.
wrong?
Oh.
Am I being left on red? I'm sorry for whatever
No.
I did.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I'll respond to her and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I wasn't getting any signal while I was doing my interview." And I'll send that part first, and then I'll say,
Oh, she's already typing. You see your phone, she's already typing a response.
"Oh my gosh," and then I'll be like, I'll send an emoji, it'd be like shruggy, and then and then I'll say, "She, I guess I got a job?" Question mark.
So she stops typing. There's like a minute where you're like, oh no. Oh no,
Oh.
it's that anxiety again.
Uh-oh.
But then she sends a thumbs up emoji and she says proud of you, but it's like
Oh.
PROD and then
Prod
of is
of
like OV and
OV,
then you.
the letter U.
And then she also says, "Can you talk about it?"
Oh, that's a good question. Was there anything in the contract that said I shouldn't talk about it?
Um all it basically said is that you probably don't want to blast it on social media and you probably don't want to tell Aegis about it,
Mm.
but you
Okay.
can be as open as you want to be about it.
Okay, sure. I will say, I mean, dot dot dot, send, maybe? I'll
And
say,
Liz actually types back a quick message, maybe meet up for food question mark.
and then I'll be like, um, w- uh, Sachi Obasan left some cherry pie in my apartment. Do you want some pie?
And you just get the like smiling imp emoji back.
Okay, great. I know exactly what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay. Meet you there. I guess I'm gonna assume that I also text back the same kind of like style that she does, at least
Mm-hmm.
to her, and then I'll be like, meet you there, in 30 question mark.
And she sends another thumbs up, and then as you're texting or doing something else, like 10 minutes from now, she'll already have a picture of her outside your door waiting.
Aw, that's cute. I like it. Okay, and then I guess the other one was Silver Threads and Arnold Carnage. Okay, let's respond to
Yep.
Silver Threads. She asked how my suit is doing. I'll be like, um, OMG, love the pockets.
Hmm.
um, very. Did she know that I was going for an interview? I feel like that I told.
I think you told her about it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then I'll say, nailed the interview. Thanks for your help. Excited um, to, to save the city.
Okay. So
So,
Silver Thread texts back in immaculate English, says, I am glad to hear that. If ever you need an adjustment or a repair, the suit does come with a 6-month warranty.
6-month warranty, awesome. And then I will send back a thumbs up emoji, and say, thank you. And now I will have adjusted my my texting so that it is a little bit more formal because she's talking to an adult now. So
Hmm.
so I'll say something like, um, well, let me think. So she's saying it comes with a warranty, and then I'll say, um, it. How about upgrades? Because basically I have money now, so.
And she replies back, it would depend on the upgrade, but I am open to most things.
And then I'll send back a double thumbs up emoji.
Okay.
And happy face. Thumbs
Nice.
up, happy face, thumbs up. And then Arnold Carnage, I'll be like, oh, what? I guess what did he say in my text message?
So Arnold says, I hope your interview went well. I just wanted to let you know that some ages people came by and asked where you were. They were very interested.
Oh, um, so I will just tell him, yeah, just uh, I mean, I got the job, and I guess I don't have to tell him more details about what that meant. I got the
Hmm.
job. They said I could still keep working with Carnage Co. So yeah, as long as I can be on call for whenever they need me to save the world.
There's a pause, and then you get a text message back. That is okay. I would be very happy to have you continue working with me. It is an honor to have you, Iron Lion.
Yay! And then I will send back thumbs up, happy face, thumbs up. Okay, and then I will go to oh, actually we'll stop by the 812 on the way back to her Sachi Obasan place.
Hmm.
And uh I pick up some snacks and drinks and stuff. Be
All
like,
right. So when you walk in, I have to do it. You see Kyle Day,
Kyle
the
Day.
alien 812 worker. And as you walk in, he sighs and says, welcome to 812. Welcome to the supermart where the savings are super. Yay.
Yay. And I'll be like, yay. Sup, Kyle? And then I will kind of you know what, I'm gonna like flex my power a little bit here to be like a cool teenager, and kind of uh almost like use the ribbons to like, you know, like lasso, or not lasso, like stick to a like the fridge door to open it up, and then another one to like grab a couple of cans, and I'm just like doing this really quickly as if I'm like just like kind of like almost whipping, and like whipping and pulling and whipping and pulling, and like I'm just like, grabbing like 3 or 4 drinks, and like I'll just like, I don't know, Gatorade and like and like
Well,
Sprite.
that sounds like an unleash your powers to
Hell
me. So
yeah.
please roll with freak.
With Freak. Okay, great. I have +1 of that now.
Hmm.
Partial success.
Partial success. So you have an option. You can either mark a condition, or the effect is once again temporary.
Or unstable. I think
Or unstable, yeah.
I think it could be unstable where I just mess up a couple times.
Yeah, so narratively what's going to happen is you do snag a few drinks, a few snacks, but sometimes you miss and you actually hit the shelf and you nearly pull the shelf down and you are just making a mess. The entire time Kyle's just looking at you with a deadpan look and he goes, "You know I'm going to have to clean that, right?"
Sorry about that, Kyle. And then I'll just like quickly pay and then leave.
Thank
Thanks.
you for shopping at Supermart, where apparently superheroes make messes.
See you
Yay.
next time, Kyle. Bye.
We love Kyle in this channel. We love our 7-Eleven workers.
Yeah. Lots of respect. You know, you have to deal with a lot of bullshit.
They really do. They really do. But yeah, we fast forward to you arriving at your apartment. Of course, Liz is like perched and excited, waiting for you to spill the deets, but she contains herself until you get into the apartment. And I think this is the first time we're actually seeing into Yuma's apartment. So what does the apartment look like?
Okay. Yeah. So let's say it's like she doesn't have that much money, so it's kind of cheap. She's a college dropout. She only works for a construction company, and they're kind of like just getting by. But now she has money, but that doesn't reflect in her apartment just yet, unless some upgrades have been sent since she got her. Wait, do I have the device yet? That
You do. It was in the duffel bag.
Okay. So
And it's it actually, for sake of ease, it actually kind of looks like an Apple Watch.
sure. Okay, great, perfect. I just looked down at my wrist. so she's got the watch on. I'm guessing it has the same like functionalities as a normal watch too, so she'll be able to tell the time and all that stuff. So the apartment, I would say, has kind of crappy, kind of fluorescent lighting. Maybe she has like a futon, but like that she rolls out, but she doesn't have like a proper bed or couch. So it's like she has kind of sits on the futon to like as her couch, and there's like a small very old, clearly used TV that maybe Sachi-Oba-san had. I would say this is like a studio apartment, so it's all just one room plus a bathroom plus maybe like a little kitchenette to be able to make some cooking. Maybe she has a little you know those crappy $5 IKEA tables that are like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So it's like on the ground, and she doesn't have any chairs to like sit with, so it's like everything's just on the ground. She has no furniture. She has like kind of a beat up laptop she has like a little TV, maybe maybe like a plant in the corner.
Plant in the corner. Love
Yeah.
it. Is it a succulent plant?
It's a plant that doesn't need a lot of care. Let's just put it that. So our succulent plants not really needing a lot of care.
No, I actually grow succulents myself.
Oh, really?
And I forget to water them for weeks on end, and they're perfectly fine.
And they're fine. Perfect. That sounds like the ideal plant for me. I actually had started gardening. This is kind of off topic, but I had started gardening earlier this year, and like I was growing tomatoes, and I'm growing bell peppers, and I've just been terrorized by these squirrels that have been eating my bell peppers. So, but I have had and eaten my own homegrown tomatoes. Anyway, maybe
Nice.
there is a tomato plant in the corner, or a
Okay, I'll
succulent.
add that. A succulent and a tomato.
A succulent and tomato plant. One's much more high maintenance than the other.
Love it. But yeah, so that's what we see, everyone. Kind of cheap studio apartment with, cheap furniture and the futon, et cetera, et cetera.
A lot of it seems
Liz.
hand me down from Sachi-Oba-san.
But speaking of Sachi-Oba-san, you do see that seated or situated on one of the countertops is indeed a very large cherry pie.
Aw, yay.
And I think Liz restrains herself from digging into the pie. She waits for you to cut her a slice, put it
Yeah.
on what I'm imagining is a paper plate.
Paper plate,
And then
yep.
the moment she has the plate, she runs over to the futon and plops down and begins chowing into this pie. And it's just like, Oh my god, it's a Sachi Obasan part. Oh, I've
Yeah.
waited for this moment. Oh my god, her pie is so good.
Oh my god. And then Yuma will also like take a seat next to the little crappy IKEA table. Like maybe there's a cushion on the ground cuz she can't afford chairs, so she's sitting on the cushion. And she is also like enjoying her pie. Um
Hmm.
and with like a mouthful, she says, um yeah, so I got the job, and so it was kind of weird.
Well, what kind of weird? Are we talking good weird or?
Yeah, remember the you remember the lady that was driving super fast? The when the what we, earlier yesterday when we were saving Sachio Basan. Um
Yeah, the jerk. Yeah, I remember.
yeah, the jerk. She was there. She's like my teammate. Where she's like she works with me now. And then I
Oh,
kind of like shrug. It's
well, that's exciting? Question mark.
yeah. Oh, wait. I'm doing this out of order. Basically, what happened was like I got to the place. The lady from the video, like she saw the video with me, so
Hmm.
you saw the video. You saw the video. So the lady was there, and I was like, oh man, this place looks fancy, and yeah, Kuma is like I don't know, sitting on my head or something like that. Kuma and I,
Kuma has a
we
little slice of pie as well and
a
just
little
chowing
slice of
down.
pie. Yeah, it's awesome. And a tiny little plate, or no, just holding
Hmm.
it. Yeah, okay, that's great.
No, it's got to be a little plate. You
A
got to have a
tiny little
cute little
plate.
plate for Kuma.
Yes. So we got there, and she brought us up into an elevator, and she said, what did she say? She said that you know, we're wait, what did she say? I can't remember.
Steel Corp is what they work for.
Oh yeah, and she was telling me about like a Steel Corp, and like how they're doing good stuff. Um, and then yeah, we got up to the, I think it was a training room. I'm not really sure, but it was a place where I could definitely like uh, I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit during this, but yeah, it's a place where I could like really let loose and use my powers, um, and so yeah, basically got to the top. There was a someone there. Do I want to say that Frozen? Yeah, I could be straightforward with Liz. I trust Liz.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I don't know if you know who Frozen Wolf is. I hadn't heard of them before.
So Liz stops with like half the food in her mouth,
Uh huh.
swallows it, her eyes go wide, and she says, "You're kidding me, right? Frozen Wolf? The Frozen Wolf?"
Yeah. Who's should I know who they are?
Um, she's only the best gold level superhero this side of 7th Street.
What? Whoa! I should have been way nicer to her.
Well,
um,
well, hold on. You were mean to Frozen Wolf? Why were you mean to
I
her?
wasn't mean to her. No, 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 no. I was. It's just that I was, trying to put my best foot forward. But yeah, I like, she was there watching and like kind of being she was assessing like my powers and stuff like that. And basically, she said that I had to fight against Ferrari lady over there, and I'll like kind of make the eye motion. I'll like pretend like I cover my eye with an eye patch, the eye patch thing, and she had like the pew pew beams.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
gotcha.
yeah. So she was like, okay, go, you two fight, and then I was like, sure, and then I like she didn't wait for them to say go, but she like kind of took a cheap shot and then she blasted me. But you know what I did? I tricked her by having Kuma cover her eyes because that's where her power comes from.
Yeah, that was that. I mean, did it work?
A little bit. Basically, I was able to kind of like, so I have my super suit on, I think, still, right? So I'm going to
Yeah,
like,
unless you wanted to change, you're still in your super suit.
maybe she's like wearing a hoodie over top of it or something. Like it's like,
Okay, yeah,
it's,
Gwen Stacy style. Yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah.
yeah, awkwardly, it's weirdly spandexy on the bottom, but then loose on the top.
Hmm.
so, so so I have these I basically like put these like ribbons together and I just tried to like tie her down. But then, I didn't really have enough time, so she just kind of blasted me again. But it's
Mm.
okay because Frozen Wolf, she said, "Hey, you should stop doing that because you suck." She said that to the Ferrari lady. Oh, who I learned her name is what was it? Tiny shoot, what Terminator titanium tits, something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Tiny titanium tits. That is a
Tiny titanium
superhero
tits.
name.
Yep. I think that was it. Yeah, let's just call it that for now. But anyway, so she told her that we shouldn't fight anymore, and then she gave me a lot of like Frozen Wolf came down and she was like super tall, dude. Like you don't even understand. She was like 10 feet tall. And I cannot tell how tall people are based on from my vantage point. But yeah,
Right.
dude, she was like 10 feet tall, and then she like gave me some like pretty awesome tips. So I think that this job could be something good for me. Hang on, let me do this.
So, what's up with the duffel bag?
Oh yeah, no, they gave me like kind of a welcome kit, which is the duffel bag's like my I got my device that they'll call me on when I have a mission. They said I could still work with Arnold, and they said that I could still do my regular stuff. But basically, if they ever have a mission for me, I'm kind of like boop 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 doop. I gotta go. So I'm like super important now.
And I think Liz, unless you stop her, is gonna kind of lean over and open up the duffel bag, like pull the zipper, and her eyes go on. She says, "Yuma, that's a lot of money."
Oh, really? Like they said that they were gonna give me my stipend early, but and then Yuma will like kind of take a peek, and
It's a lot of money.
it's a lot of
It's
money,
a
like an
lot of
overwhelming
money.
amount of money.
Yeah, like this is an obscene amount of money.
Oh my god. Okay, Yuma's going to, uh, I guess, like freeze in place, at seeing the exactly how much money it was, and be like, dude, what? Are you serious? Like they actually gave me this much money. Um
So
and then
can
I
I
was
sign up under Frozen Wolf too? Because I'm not gonna lie, like everything you've said, especially that part about the 401k, like yes, I want
about
in.
the
How do I sign up for this?
I mean, I don't know. They reached out to me. I don't know. Don't even know how they heard about me. I mean, maybe maybe they heard about me on social media or something, and then I guess I pull up my what's Twitter of
Girl,
this
you
world.
have to tell next time you see Frozen Wolf, you gotta tell her that I'm like your best buddy and
Yeah.
I'm just as good as you are at the whole superhero thing and yeah, maybe we can be all on the same team.
Yeah. That'd be sick. I'm for sure. I wonder if I can like text them that or something like that. Can I? And then I'll
Well,
like,
hold on, you have Frozen Wolf's actual number.
no, not quite Frozen Wolf's number, and not even really the. I don't know what the concierge's name was. Did she
Her
tell?
name was literally just the concierge.
Okay, the concierge. I don't know Tiny Tits number, so I guess I'll just like boop around on the watch and try to like press different buttons to see if it will call them or if
And it
it'll be a
does actually. You fumble with it for a little bit, and then a little hologram of the concierge appears, and she says, "Yes, Miss Iron Lion, is there something you need?"
whoa. And then I guess because I didn't expect it to have a hologram pop out, I'll just kind of like jerk back and like there's like pie on my face. And be like,
Hmm.
oh, sorry. I mean, I guess I had a question. Thanks for answering.
What is the question?
uh, so I was wondering if y'all take referrals. I have a friend here who's like a really good teammate. I mean, Tiny Tits has met her before. She's actually the one who also helped me. Who was there when we were saving Sachio Basan.
I see. Well, I can certainly look into this person. What is their name? And
Uh,
before you can even reply, Elizabeth kind of butts in, like shoves her
shoves her
face
face
between
into
your
view.
face in there. Yeah. And she says, "Hey, I'm Elizabeth Jackson. You might know me as the Crimson Tiger. Hey, I really want to be on the same team as the Iron Lion. And especially with Frozen Wolf. Like I'm a huge fangirl of Frozen Wolf."
Oh.
And the concierge isn't phased by this at all and says, "Very well, I will pass along your request and we will get back to you."
And then Yuma will look at Liz and just be like, "Oh my god, dude, are you serious?" And maybe have forgotten to hang up, but then when if she still sees the concierge's face there, then she'll just like quickly try to like, I don't, she doesn't know how to use the watch yet, so she'll just like, I don't know, try to cover it like an Apple Watch, or like she'll try to press other buttons and be like, ugh.
Yeah, so you start pressing the other buttons. At one point, it actually lets out a little shock on your wrist. You're like, oh, ooh. But eventually you do turn off the hologram.
Okay, cool. And then I look at Liz and be like, whoa, how sick would it be if we were on the same team?
I know,
Again.
right?
It'll be just like work. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
we do the whole building up during the day, and then at night we're like working with Frozen Wolf and
tearing
we're
it
making
down.
the troubled. Yeah, we tear everything that we just made down, and we actually create our own job. It's awesome.
Whoa, I didn't think about it that way. But I guess that's kind of true. We would be saving people and doing good stuff. So we'd be fighting bad guys and saving the helpless. And if a couple buildings get taken down during the time, then in the daytime we'll just build them right back up, right?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense to me, but I don't know. Did they just like sign you up and then let you do whatever? I mean, did they give you a mission or anything?
They did. So that's actually what I was going to do next. But and she'll like kind of I don't know if she was like taking notes, but or maybe Kuma was taking notes.
Kuma took notes.
Kuma took notes, and so Yuma will look over to Kuma and like wait for her to her. I can't remember what them.
I think he said Kuma's a she.
She? Okay. So she would just be like take out her little glasses and and whatever notepad she was writing on and be like and Yuma would be like, I'm pretty sure that we were supposed to find information about have you heard of anyone go by the name Leech? I think I heard about them on like some social media posts or something like that. But they were saying that the Leech is like really coveted by some like villains that they want to kind of try to recruit the Leech before they get like taken over to the dark side.
Huh. So you want to find this Leech and
do.
bring them to Frozen Wolf's side?
Yeah, we want them to be our teammate because it sounds like what they do is they what was it? They like take if somebody else is in pain, they can like ease their pain, but then they have to take it on themselves. So they're really like self-sacrificing, So it sounds like they're a pretty cool person.
Yeah, I mean that sounds awesome. No, I mean offhand that doesn't ring a bell anything that I know, but I mean, hey, it's 2024. We've got the internet. We can find something.
Yeah, I'm sure. And like so Yuma pulls out her really crappy laptop that like is basically still on a I don't know, GeForce like 800 instead of like
it's an old Dell.
It's an old Dell. It has the mouse that's in the middle of the keyboard instead of a touchpad. And she just like, hang on, let me Google this. And so she or whatever the Google equivalent of in this world is giggle. let
Giggle. There you
let
go.
me
I'm gonna
giggle
make a
this.
note.
And so she looks it up and like just looks up for the leech first and
Hmm.
tries to find anything on the internet about this superhero.
So, without getting into the nitty gritty, you do find a few hits,
Mm-hmm.
and they are basically the equivalent of internet rumors, where it's like,
Mm.
oh man, did you hear about this one fight where, the leech was involved? Or has anybody got any information about the leech? I'm offering a bounty. Oh man, I heard the leech can, steal the pain from someone across the entire city. And
Whoa.
there's so much conflicting non-information that you don't really find anything concrete.
Okay. So I guess this is where we're starting. I don't really have much to go off of, but
Hold on. And this is Elizabeth. Hold on. I
uh-huh.
actually think I've got something here. And I don't know why this stands out to me, but apparently, there's this nursing home
Nursing.
that is really highly rated because of how good it is for the patients there. This sounds weird, but
Hmm.
the more I look into this, the more I see that, well, without getting into, somber details, it seems like something's changed with when people pass on. Like, I mean, just look at these reviews, and she
Whoa.
shows you her phone, and
Uh-huh.
the reviews are all very kind and very, hey, so and so that I had in my life for so and so long,
Mm-hmm.
they passed on very peacefully, very respectfully, not in a lot of pain, that sort of thing.
Wow. Ooh.
But
That's
when you
a
look
good clue.
when when you look into those reviews that mention not in a lot of pain, you also see that, for example, one of the entries of, my grandmother was a, terminal cancer patient and was in a lot of pain, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this, the White Lotus uh, hospice managed to do it, but White Lotus made sure she didn't pass on without any pain, and that is the best gift that anybody could have given her.
Wow. Um, I mean, Yuma will look at the entries and the reviews and just be like, well, either they had really good drugs or they that something fishy's going on here. Maybe it's worth looking into. Maybe can we do another search of just like well, I guess the hospice and things like that are probably the best ways to go. But I mean, it could also just be regular, that they were made very comfortable. But I mean, for this many
Well, I
good
mean, it's
reviews, it's kind of suspicious, huh?
yeah, that's why it jumped out at me. I was like, wow, I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, if I have a funeral home, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, let me rate you 5 stars for how you prepared my dead
Yeah,
grandmother.
that's
Thanks.
right. Yeah, let's check it out. Well, okay, maybe well they haven't really like hired you yet, but I mean, if you feel like sticking around and helping me out, then working pro bono, I would appreciate the help.
And I think Liz Winks reaches in and grabs a stack of bills from your duffel bag and goes, I think you won't miss this.
Ah,
You
yes,
can
I no.
call this your payment for sticking me to that wall yesterday.
Okay, fine. And yeah, I guess it's like a small portion of like the wads and
It's
wads of cash
minuscule
that yeah.
compared to how much is in
The
that bag.
wads of cash that she has. Sure. And so I'll pay her for her help.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, before you set off to see the White Lotus Hospice in person, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Sounds good. Wow, that was so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we created a lot of good canon there.
Oh,
Like
yeah, for sure.
Kuma with the little glasses. Kuma being like this super smart like companion is actually amazing. Like I just imagine her being like oh my god, this idiot. Like but also, or just like very responsive and very like intelligent. Maybe not so much oh my god, this idiot because of why would she stick around, but like just very
Mhm.
reliable, and so it's really cute to me.
Yeah. No, it means I'm doing my job right when it comes to your animal companion.
Yay! And Nitori with the assist on the insults. I
Yeah.
was struggling. I guess I have a tough time coming up with insults.
No, what I'm hearing is we need to have Notorion as a guest at some point, and she
Yes.
needs to be some kind of like insult artist. But
Insult
it's like
artist.
psychic damage every time she
Oh my
throws out an
god,
insult.
emotional damage.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, that was really fun. I'm excited for the next one for sure.
Love it. Love it. All right. Well, who are we rating today?
Yeah, let's find somebody to raid. Let's see. Twitch.tv. Do you have any suggestions or
Yeah, I'm looking. They are not online actually. I was gonna recommend another tabletop person I usually raid, but they actually just went offline.
Oh, darn.
Rip.
I mean, Brew's online. Brew Orion is a part of our Final Fantasy 14 raid group, and she's
Oh yeah, your raid group. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll send it over to her. She's playing Deadlock. I don't know anything about Deadlock, but
It's the new third-person shooter MOBA from Steam.
oh, that sounds like a lot of genres.
It is. It honestly it is.
Okay, sweet. It sounds right up her alley. So let's raid Brew Orion. And yeah, Elish, is there anything that you want to say to the folks before we raid?
Well, it would be behoove of me to say that you should make sure to always spay and neuter your pets, everybody. Very important.
Oh, yeah. Like Daigo. Daigo's neutered. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
And,
just happy that you're having fun. So
oh my gosh,
that's
so
what
much
matters
fun.
to me.
I look forward to these a lot. And also, everybody make sure you go ahead and follow ELH MK1. I will post the link in the it's ELH MK1 in the channel. And then I will hit raid on Brew Orion. Yeah. And yeah, look forward to the next one. I think next one will be next Tuesday, unless something happens.
Yeah, unless the scheduling gods say no.
Yeah. But yeah, I thank you so much for your patience and for guiding me along this. I know that it's there are some times when my creativity muscles need some help.
No, that's perfectly okay. I am just here to facilitate a positive experience.
Yeah, as always, you always have such great games. So I'm very excited for the next one. And yeah, with that, I guess we'll just send y'all over to Brew. Let's think of a raid message. What if we use? I don't want to use Tiny Tits raid. That would be bad.
Yeah, but can you imagine her response?
She would be like, "Excuse me." Okay, how about superhero gets the job. Yeah, the Iron Lions get the job. Raid. Iron Lions get the job raid, and then we'll use the hype emoji. Okay, there you go. Well, I haven't had a raid message in a while, but we'll use that one. Okay, I'm gonna send y'all over, and yeah, we'll see you next time. We'll be raiding again tomorrow at Wednesday around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. All right, gonna send y'all over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Bye.